Today's topic which we are going to deal is antibodies. Till our previous lectures, we were dealing with different types of immune system. We have talked about innate immunity, we were talking about active immunity, acquired immunity, then what is vaccinization, what is immunization. These were the topics which we have dealt in our previous lectures. In one of the lectures, we have dealt that acquired immunity can be obtained with the help of two types of cells. One is B cells and another one is T cells. So B cells, they respond with the help of antibodies. So today we study what are antibodies. Antibodies are proteins, they are protein molecule and they are called as immunoglobulins, that is Ig. And we have nearly 5 types of antibodies present in our system. One is IgA, IgM, IgE, IgG and IgB. Out of which IgG is an antibody which you find it maximum. And these segments which we have written down as IgA and IgD like that, they are called as isotypes. And IgG is the most abundantly found isotype of the antibodies. Out of which this IgA antibodies is present in the mucous membranes of the lining of respiratory and gastrointestinal tract. That means respiratory and gastrointestinal tract, the lining of it is protected with the help of such antibodies, and these antibodies they prevent the action of pathogen on these on these portions. Then IgG, this one, then IgM and IgA. These 3 antibodies are found in abundance in colostrum. What is colostrum? Colostrum is the first milk which is given to the newly born child. So that is rich in antibodies. It is actually rich in all the type of antibodies, but these 3 antibodies, I am repeating, IgG, IgM and IgA, these are on a higher side in the colostrum. Now let's discuss about the structure of antibodies. Before I read the whole structure, I'll just show it to you. Antibodies is basically a kind of a polypeptide chain, and where 2 types of polypeptide chain are present. One is light chain and other one is dark chain. And both the chains are joined together with the help of disulfide bond. Now because of this structure, with this we call it as Y-shaped antibodies. So in this case they have 2 heavy chains and 2 light chains. That is why you call it as H2L2. And because of such kind of structure, it has dual functioning. First is it has got the presence of antigen binding site, plus it also fulfills the biological activity mediation. So antibodies, they function in 2 ways. I'm just now reading it out. Each antibody molecule consists of 4 polypeptide chain. 4 means 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 2 are long chain called as heavy chains, while 2 are short chains called as light chains. So these are short chains and these are long chains. So 2 and 2. So 2 heavy and 2 light. So it will become H2L2. Then hence represented as H2L2. So it is H2L2. This is a little information about the antibodies, and these are responsible to fight against any kind of pathogen. The next topic which we are dealing today is allergy. Now all of us know, or any time in our life we have encountered this problem of allergy. What is actually allergy biologically? It is hypersensitivity or more reaction of the immune system towards certain allergens. Allergens can be anything. I've just listed down few. For some people, pollen grains can be allergen. Excuse me. Animal dander means some hair falling out from the animals. like cat or dog. Dust allergy can be there, feather allergy can be there, drugs like penicillin can be an allergic, can make a person allergic. Even sometimes some people are allergic to sulfur drugs also. And in these patients, if penicillin or sulfur is given in any composition of the medication, drastic reaction is observed in the body. So in that case, a person can be allergic to anything. But the reaction which happens in the body because of that allergen, what is allergen? A substance which causes allergy. That reaction of the allergen remains the same. It can, a person, some people are so much allergic even to perfumes also. They cannot withstand any kind of smell. So even some of them, they are allergic to sunlight. They cannot stand in sun. So in that case, allergens can be many, but the mode of action of allergens remains the same. And the process which happens because of the reaction of the allergens is called as allergy. And what is the process of the allergen? It is hypersensitivity of the immune system. What actually happens? In this, what happens? An antigen or any kind of allergen which is there, once the body gets exposed to that allergen, what happens? The B cells will get, actually they will get, they get initiated. Okay, they get, find something is coming in the body and we have to fight. I told B cells, they are the frontline soldiers of the body. So they will, in the presence of the allergens, these B cells will start producing antibodies. Now these antibodies, especially IgE, these antibodies will be produced from B cells. Once these B cells, antibodies are produced, they will go to the mast cells of the system. Mast cells are the type of WBC, and these antibodies, they get attached to these mast cells. Now again, when the antigen comes, again the allergen comes in contact with this mast cells, these antibodies will start fighting against it, and because of this, some kind of chemicals like histamines are released. And this mast cell will keep a memory also. That is, T cells will also have the memory. So with the help of T cells, in future also, if they come, they will start doing the same kind of reaction. Macrophages will be also having this memory. With the help of this T cells, they will start infesting upon those allergens. But this is the defense mechanism of the body. But this will be also triggered. T cells will help macrophages in ingesting the allergen coming to the body. So it's going to kill off, it is going to finish off. So allergy will be gradually released in this case. But in this case, what will happen? B cells will trigger, it will release antibodies. These antibodies are going to attach with the mast cells, and these mast cells will start releasing histamine whenever they come in contact with the allergens. Because of the release of this histamine or many other chemicals, the hyperreactivity of the body will start. Now hyperreactivity means some symptoms like I'm just talking about chemicals like histamine and serotonin will be released from the mast cells, and because of these, such kind of symptoms can be seen in case of allergies. Like it can be sneezing, the person will keep on sneezing all the time, watery eyes will be there, running nose will be there, the person will have difficulty in breathing at a later stages, rashes can be there, the person, some part of the body can swell up, and in a very bad stage, a person can become even unconscious also. That is on a very exaggerated stage when the allergies are there in the body of the person. But the key line or the punch line of the whole thing is that what is allergy? Allergy is a hypersensitivity reaction of the body, and it happens because of the antibody called as IgE, which attaches to the mast cell and release of histamine and serotonin. The next slide you can see. Chemicals like histamine and serotonin are released in the muscles in response to the allergens. So in this way, the allergy happens to the body. Most of the time, allergy is not a deadly thing for the body. Our body can overcome it. But yes, little uncomfortness will be there. The person will not feel good till that allergy is there. The third topic which we are going to deal today is, we call it as autoimmunity or autoimmune system. Basically, we have a very strong immune system, I said, but sometimes our immune system starts acting against our body cells. I'm just reading it out. An abnormal immune response in which immune system of the body starts rejecting its own body cells. You must have heard about diseases called as degenerative diseases. Now, degenerative diseases are the diseases which happen to the body because of not any of, like, not any microorganism has attacked us, or in any case our body has become malfunctioned, but it is something that our immune system, our defense system, stands against us only, and because of that some diseases occur. So these diseases are bound to occur to the human being, but it depends upon how that immune system of a particular person will react, will work. It might happen to one person, it might not happen to another person, because the immune system of that person has not rejected that person. This autoimmune system also affects whenever we go for the transplantation. So autoimmune system is under the control of, if you remember, a kind of immunity which we have worked about, is that self and non-self distinguishing immunity segment was there. So it is under that control. So if it triggers, it will not accept its own body cells also. uh, Something coming from outside, fine, our body can reject it, but like if you are going for an organ transplant and body rejects that organ transplant, that can be understood because that organ is coming from outside the body, where that immune system works, if you remember the humoral immune system. But in this case our own body part is rejected by the system, and some kind of diseases is, one is rheumatic arthritis. Rheumatic arthritis means the joints of the body, they start getting deformed. So here this is a degenerative disease, nothing triggers it, but it happens. Addison's disease. Addison's disease is a disease where adrenal gland does not produce enough steroid hormones. Because of this, many other reactions in the body occur, like hyperpigmentation might occur, low blood pressure will be occur, fever, constipation, vomiting. All these things can be triggered because of this non-functional of the adrenal gland, which call it as Addison's disease. Another one is Hashimoto's disease. Hashimoto's disease is a disease where the thyroid gland gradually gets it gradually gets destroyed. It is you can just read it. Now, what is a disease? Hashimoto disease is an autoimmune disease in which the thyroid gland is gradually destroyed. So in this case, this Hashimoto disease can be one of the reasons of the hyperthyroidism. So this is also a type of you can say that a type of autoimmune system disease, where our own cells become destructive. The immune system starts rejecting our own cell. So today we have discussed about three things, a little there's nothing much connectivity in it, just topic by topic. So one, we discussed about the structure of the antibodies. Second, we have discussed about the allergy, how it happens in the body. And the third one, we have discussed about the autoimmune system of the body. Thank you.